Fáilte go tuilfí Scrogall le mise trasnaí anin. Le anna gcuifar atá gine aniu, sa macharí I gcurcha cuimhne agus dúradh inis táim agla bhí aanamh le burt fear. Chean amháin atá ina lúthchleasaí sa fála agus chean eile atá ina Greengraftóir sa fála sin iad Rob Jones agus Tim Smith. I'm joined now by surfer Rob Jones. Rob, cheers, thanks for joining us.
No worries.
So tell us, how did you get involved in surfing?
Surfing, windsurfing, I kind of learned just on like a family holiday when I was about 10 years old, and something me and my two brothers did together, and then yeah, it's one of those things that once you start doing it, you kind of keep doing it, and yeah.
You got addicted.
That's it, yeah.
And what brought you here to the Maoris?
I was 18 at college, and I knew a couple of friends coming here in June of that summer in '95, and then I had a field trip from college in Inch, like in September, so I figured if these guys could bring me in June, I could camp in the sand dunes for 4 months, and then the field trip could bring me back. Perfect, you know. So I got here, and I reckon within 2 or 3 days I was trying to get the kind of, yeah, I like this place, this is pretty good, I could live here. And then by the end of the summer I was kind of like, you know, I don't think I want to leave. And then, you know, people were telling me, like, it's not the same in the winter, you know, the weather gets bad and the crowds thin out, everyone's gone, you're going to be pretty lonely. And I'm thinking, like, what, the weather gets worse and there's no one here? That sounds like my kind of place. Yeah, sold. So I kind of went on this field trip for a week or two, scored really good waves at Inch, and just was like, nah, I'm not leaving here. And pretty much waved everyone goodbye, and yeah, here I am.
You have it right on your doorstep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So tell us about the Red Bull windsurf.
Well, like, it's sort of the best place for it, really, because it's pretty consistently this windy this time of year. And I got a call on Friday before the event, whatever, that from Finn Mullen, the organiser, like the local contact in Ireland, really, and he just said, what do you think? Is it going to happen in Brandon Bay? And I was like, yeah, I reckon there'll be conditions, you know. And we sort of liaised, and there's a couple of other spots they wanted to maybe run it, and you know, it just turned out that, you know, all the right places, you know, the right weather sort of came for here. And by Sunday morning they rang us and said, like, we need accommodation for 50 people, we need food, we need this, we need that. Oh, and we're arriving in like 6 hours. So yeah, between the sort of 2 or 3 of us, we kind of
Big turnout, so
ran around, and yeah, there's sort of 10 sailors and all the crew behind it and stuff. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, it was pretty non-stop and instantaneous. So everyone arrived, and yeah, ran on Monday. Tuesday everyone kind of packed up, and everyone was gone by Thursday, kind of thing. Yeah.
Wow, this sounds great. So did you ever have any scary experience in the water? Anything that would frighten you to go back in again?
Yeah, kind of, not to frighten you enough not to go back in, but definitely kind of give you a shot across the bow and go, okay, that was kind of...
Did you ever have any scary experiences here?
Yeah, it gets pretty big and pretty heavy, and you know, getting pinned down and coming up just short of breath and wondering whether you're going to be all right. But no, it's never been enough to say no more, kind of thing. So
No.
I think I've been lucky.
So does surfing offer a lot of opportunities for you to travel for competitions and such? You've surfed all around the world?
I've probably seen more of Ireland because of competition. Like, you know, I wouldn't normally go very far. I'm not really a big fan of driving to surf. I'd rather sort of walk out the back door and live where it's good, kind of thing. But yeah, I've been most places in the world that really kind of are good for sailing, like South America, Hawaii, Cabo Verde, South Africa, Australia, you know, tick off everywhere. And so far I didn't find anywhere I preferred to here, so that's why I'm still here.
Really?
Yeah.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
You prefer here?
Yeah, you know, I think everywhere I've been so far, you kind of get to the stage where you've been there long enough. Like, you know, I think I was in Chile for 3 months and loved Chile so much. But even by 3 months, we'd almost burned out, and you're kind of thinking, oh, you know, hearing stories from the boys at home scoring, and you're going, right, it's time to go home, you know, and yeah, it's good.
So tell us, you have a company here in Kerry, the Kerry Sail Company.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. What do you do there?
Mainly just repair sales and kites, windsurf sales and surf kites and stuff. Sort of, I don't know, when I was here first, you know, there was some friends of mine doing a little bit of repair with their millinery business, so they gave me a bit of work, and then it grew from there, and then I started doing it myself, purely because there was nowhere else to get my stuff, you know, repaired. You know, we were breaking so much equipment, and it got to the stage where, okay, let's just fix our own stuff, and then someone knows you can fix your own stuff, so they want you to fix their stuff, and then they tell their friend, and then all of a sudden there's a business out of it, you know. So
you're an entrepreneur as well?
Not really a reluctant businessman, I'd say. It's probably, yeah.
You can check out Rob's website at www.kerrysailcompany.com. Rob, thank you for joining us.
No worries, thanks for having me.
By surf photographer Tim Smith. Tim, thank you for joining us. Tell us, how did you first come across the Maoris?
I found the Maoris by chance, really, nearly 14 years ago. I actually came here on a holiday for 2 weeks and pretty much fell in love with the place, and I've never left it. So originally from England, from London, and came here and haven't left. So
Great.
It's a special place, like.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Did living here get you interested in photography, or was that a passion that was always there?
Definitely. It's something I've always obviously had an interest in photography, cameras, but coming from where I did to living here now is massive influence. I mean, every day, every day you try. I mean, the mountains, the sea, everything is just so on the doorstep and really available. You know, it's inspiring, like, almost. So yeah, definitely.
So tell us about the Red Bull Storm Chase was on recently.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people saw it. The Red Bull Storm Chase was pretty much, they're dubbing now the windiest windsurf event ever held, and it's fortunately held on Brandon Bay. So 10 of the best wave sailors, windsurfers came over from all over the world, came to here, and pretty much just chasing the storm. You know, that's the name of the comp, and that's what they look to do. They had winds of 70 knots gust, which is pretty much unheard of, you know. And the whole comp was around seeing who could ride the storm, basically, you know. And it was an absolute success, thank God, you know.
Wow. How do you chase these, like?
How do you forecast them?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd all, even ourselves, even the local kind of community here, surf community, windsurf community here. That's half your life. Half your life is spent on the computer, watching the weather charts, the pressure systems. You know, there's 2 websites that you mainly use, is Wind Guru and Magic Seaweed. And you just kind of, and you even talk to each other. You know, you'd bring everyone in on it, and you can see the swells coming in for a week or 2 weeks in advance. You know, and you're always keeping track of that and trying to study everything, put it into one, and try and predict where best to go, because on the whole of the Dingle Peninsula, it's not just Brandon Bay. There's hundreds of spots you can go to, you know. So it's a combined thing, really: weather, pressure charts, websites, and then and that would be the same across the world. You know, even the guys who are doing the Red Bull Storm Chase, they would have seen the system, low pressure building in the Atlantic and
so you'd know well in advance.
You would, but sometimes, especially localized weather here, it can change so quickly.
Yeah.
So you've got to be, you've got to be kind of able to move about and follow it. Yeah, but you can forecast it to a certain extent. Yeah.
Great. And being a surf photographer, it's all about catching those action shots.
Yeah.
How do you get those shots?
Well, the main thing that I'd like to do most of the time is, and the only way to get the shot where is different than everybody. There's so many cameras out there, you see. And for me as well, to be out swimming, the camera would actually go inside this housing. So this is the setup that would go inside the water housing.
Oh,
and I'd actually swim with this camera.
You swim with that
on
a board?
No, just pair of flippers and holding the camera.
And you're just holding
a helmet,
that up.
yeah. And so when because you can get so close to the waves and the windsurfers and the kite surfers, the angles you're getting, I mean, they're flying over your head, they're hitting the wave in front of you, you know. So it's that is the ultimate piece of kit, and it allows you to get right up close to the
And
action.
you just have a button there that you press?
Yeah, so this is the button, that's
Yeah.
all linked into the camera once I put the camera in. This
Okay.
is it allows me to zoom in and out,
Oh, very good.
and then this is on a trigger release.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you're shooting blind, you know, when the waves
Mhm.
are big and they're coming at you so fast,
Mhm.
you're trying to get under the wave and get the photo at the same time, so it can be a bit tricky sometimes, but this is definitely the favourite piece of kit because it allows me also to, because I surf myself as well, it allows me to be out there and be a part of it as well as getting the shot as well. And then beyond small lenses, this is probably now,
It's definitely not small.
yeah, this is
Telescope.
so it's a telephoto lens, a 500mm Canon lens.
Wow.
So on days where it's too crazy to swim, too much current places, some places would be too dangerous to swim pretty much. This allows me then to stand on the
Okay.
beach, and if they're far away I can still get that tight shot like I can do with the water housings, you know. 'Cause it's all
Wow.
about getting close and
Yeah.
ideally seeing the expression in the faces, you know, that's what the key is, to see something in the rider of what's going on, you know.
And how far away would this allow you to shoot from?
I could stand probably, well, a good 150 yards, and maybe a bit more, and get a real good quality picture, you know. And it's allows me to get a lot more stuff into the magazines and things as well, because you can't miss a shot with this, you know.
Yeah.
You can't miss a shot of it. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, I've got a few other lenses as well. This is the portrait lens as well. So with the magazines, sometimes they'd want you to do, when we try and push Brandon Bay and Kerry, we try and get articles into the magazines, but they want portraits of the riders and stuff. So that just allows me to get, and I'd use it for lineups and stuff. But that's really the portrait lens. And that's pretty much it for kit-wise.
And all of these photos that you're seeing for magazines and everything, these are all available on your website?
They are available, most of them, to
Tim
look at on the
Smith
website, yeah. www.timsmithvisuals.com. Yeah, and I'm actually currently building a new website at the moment as well, which will be out in the summer.
Okay.
There's
That's
a small movie coming out as well,
Okay, great.
which is more time-lapse photography and stuff, and just showing a little bit of what I see every day and why I lived here for 14 years after finding it for just a 2-week holiday.
Yeah.
You know, it's just to
So
show a little bit.
It's all about here.
Everything
Kerry,
on Dingle
Kerry.
Peninsula, yeah, just the Dingle
Lovely.
Peninsula, yeah. So that'll be launched at the end of the year, end of the summer,
Okay.
because I need to still catch. I've got a lot of the season stuff I'm trying to film for.
Oh, yeah.
So after the summer's done, it'll be, so that's exciting as well. But
Yeah.
the website timsmithvisuals.com, yeah, it's done really well. I launched it last year, so it's going really well. So a lot of work, but yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Sounds great. Best of luck with
Thanks
all
very
your
much.
future endeavours.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
It's alright not to feel
From a very windy Maharis, Shinnig go fáil, Slán agus Balance.